Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey guys, G Forever here.
Yes, and we're here to review the Art Spirits Godzilla King of the Monsters set and admire G Forever's boxes.
Oh, there's a story behind that.
Yeah. You got a lot of big boxes behind you there, G Forever.
Yeah, so about a week ago, I lost my brand new heating system went, and I'm having. So not only that I'm freezing cold, I'm also finding that my 9-year-old roof is starting to leak, and everything's just the G Forever household is falling apart. So the first thing I went up to the attic and saved all the X Plus boxes I can, so they don't get ruined. Fortunately, everything is in overall good shape. There are a few droplets. Luckily, it's on the shipping boxes. I'm very thankful that one of my beloved X Plus Burning Godzilla, Gigantic, and the Shin Awakening, those are all okay. I did open up a few of the other boxes, and they're all okay. So thank goodness, found it just in time, and now you're going to be seeing these boxes here for a while.
Yeah, now you're living with boxes.
You're living with boxes, yep.
Oh, yeah.
But without further ado, let's go and check out the Art Spirits Godzilla King of the Monsters set.
And here's a box from Hobby Link Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like ordering from Hobby Link Japan. So they ship things directly from Japan. It's not cheap, but it's fast.
Yeah, they've really stepped up their game. I had some customer service trouble in the past, so I went to Hobby Search and Amy and other places. But I came back to Hobby Link Japan, and they're doing much better. They're doing a much better job packaging items, because I think my old Ultraman Max figure arrived damaged, and I wasn't happy. But here it is, the box of Art Spirits.
Yeah, here's the inner box. So it says Art Spirits on top. It says P. I think the P for Plex. Plex is who makes X Plus.
X Plus, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then on the bottom left it says Hyper Modeling. So this is part of their Hyper Modeling series. Like back in 2011, they had a set of Gamera's small statues that were also part of the Hyper Modeling figure. I saw those in person at New York Comic Con.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, they looked excellent.
Oh, awesome.
So that's one thing that got me excited about this set.
Yeah, so Art Spirits they do make larger I guess PVC statues.
Yeah, they make larger figures too, but they're way expensive, like wicked expensive, like way overpriced for I think what they are.
Yeah, and what's cool, or what's kind of neat, is the King Ghidorah and the Godzilla that we see in this set seems to be like shrunk down versions here.
Yeah, and this set was had a reasonable price. You're getting 6 small figures, and for a total of $87, plus the shipping, and shipping from Japan is not cheap.
No.
But 87 for 6 small figures, I think was doable, especially since they do look so good.
Yeah, so they are a little expensive for what they are, but they are really high quality. And one thing to mention is this is one of the few sets or makers that have a Mothra Larva 2019 figure. So.
Yeah. So we have a Mothra Larva. Yes. It's one of the very few 2019 Mothra Larva figures.
Yeah. So NECA had one, but it looks like they may have canceled the release.
Yeah, they released a photo of one, but never actually sold it as a product.
Yeah.
And then when they were asked about it, they said it was a mistake that they showed the photo.
Oh no! I would have loved to have seen a Mothra Larva as a bonus figure, or even if it was sold separately, I would have loved to pick it up.
Yeah. Now I wonder, do you think was it actually the people at Plex, the people that make the X Plus figures? Do you think those are the ones that actually made these? Since it says Plex all over it.
That's a very good question. I actually am not sure. I mean, all I know is the sculpt of Godzilla 2019 and King Ghidorah 2019 look to be the exact same pose, if my memory serves me right, as the larger versions by Art Spirits. So if we can find pictures of those boxes and see if they're from also Plex, it could be these are the makers of X Plus making minifigures.
Yeah. So yeah, this would be. I mean, this to me, just an. So that's one thing I'm curious about what you think. I wonder if you think this is sort of like X Plus quality, but in sort of
A miniature form.
in a miniature form.
Could be, yeah. I mean, they are really high quality for such a small figure. And here's Rodan.
Now, I take it one way in which they kept the price down was it looks like it does come in pieces, and so you got to put it together, which means that they could they could make the box smaller, and keep making the box smaller probably keep the price down.
Yes. So you do have to have little assembly here, and not the easiest, but also overall they fit together. You don't need a hair dryer. I guess you could use a hair dryer.
And how are the seams? Looks like this seam is okay, but are the seams reasonable? Like when you snap it together, is there a big gap?
I think Rodan there's a little bit where the wing connects, but Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and Mothra they seem to be fine. There is a little gap where where Godzilla's tail attaches, but we'll see that in the video later.
But yeah, it looks like a tight fit. So did you think about using a hairdryer?
I didn't. I tried to avoid it, but it is a very tight fit. But hairdryer definitely would have helped.
And here's Rodan. Oh,
what a great pose! It's an awesome pose. I love this. This is like when he just got out of the volcano and ready to fly down to attack the fighter jets.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. And in terms of size, I looked up that it's the wingspan. So from one tip of the wing to the other tip of the wing is 5.5 inches approximately.
Yep.
So these are small. So they're not like Gashapon small, but they're small.
Yep. Yeah, so they're definitely smaller than your typical, Bandai or Playmates figure, but they're highly detailed. And I love the paint job on the Rodan with the little fire effect under the wings. So Rodan comes with a stand. You'll see it is a volcano.
Yeah, so happy with the stand?
Yeah, I'm happy.
So I remember with the NECA stand, like Rodan would kind of end up leaning a bit. Looks like this guy.
Leaning a bit, yeah.
This looks pretty solid.
So yeah, I think Rodan does suffer from the same thing. Right now, he looks fine in the photos, but I'm looking at my Rodan in my display case, and he is leaning forward a little bit. So over time, I think Rodan does have that trouble.
Oh, but it looks so good.
He does, yes. For such a small figure, like they really captured a lot of detail, and I really love that fire effect. I mean, I wish Monster Arts could replicate this. I mean, they probably could have. I don't know why they didn't. Most likely they're just going to wait a little bit and re-release a special color version to get more money out of you.
Okay, so it looks like this is Mothra with the adult Mothra.
Adult Mothra, I believe I'm not sure if that's a piece of Godzilla's skin or if it's just rubble. But she's climbing. So
this is her stand. Yeah, that's a rock. I see. It looks like a rock to me.
So this is a very nice looking Mothra, and her pose is kind of like in the scene where she's hurt and battling Rodan.
Now, did you put these? Now it looks like these wings. So you have to attach the wings. It looks like you didn't push them in very hard. Are you pushing them in all the way here?
So I was, just showing the front and bottom of the wings first, but actually those two wings interconnect like Lego pieces in between. So it was really hard to get in.
Oh, okay. So they actually connect. So they actually connect in the center.
Correct. Yeah. So Mothra was actually the hardest to put together. It was so hard that I had to stop the video and put her together because I really needed both hands and just it took me a long time. But once it's in, I tried not to touch her because she does fall. Her wings do fall apart, so not the best. Maybe if you're okay with gluing her wings on, that might be a That might be a suggestion.
I'm surprised there's blue. It looks like there's like a pale blue in the wings.
Yes, so I actually love this paint job here because this is the Mothra wings I remember seeing in the movie. Like she had some color, but then had some of the luminescent blue. As I mentioned, I believe this is when replicating a scene where she's badly hurt. So I wish they had like the burnt wings or like the damaged wings to replicate that scene. But overall, I'm still really happy.
Now here's burning
with the Mothra. Yep, burning Godzilla came next. Yep, so this is the simplest. So Godzilla 2019 and the burning version would be the simplest ones to put together.
Okay, so so it's always these burning Godzillas are always kind of tough to do. So what do you think of this of their version of burning Godzilla here?
So I think for the size, it's fine. It's pretty good. I do like I think I love the back fins the most because they're clear and they're painted in the center. So the tips. Yep.
He's actually about 3.5 inches tall, so definitely small.
Yeah. There's a lot of black on him, so maybe I think if they toned down the black a little bit, I would probably like him more.
Yeah, you like the spikes? The spikes look really good in the
video.
I
love the spikes. I love the spikes. That's my favorite part of this figure. I wish the gigantic X Plus carried this over, but the spikes are the best because they're clear and they're painted in the center. But I think the chest area and the bottom abdomen area, I think maybe too much black. Other than that, I think it's a great figure. And maybe a little bit the face
because he does seem to suffer from like the Cheeto effect. I think a bit.
Yeah.
At least in the videos here, but the spikes are great.
Not as bad as the Banpresto, but yeah, the spikes are the best.
Alrighty, then and then here's the Mothra.
Yeah, this is the one of the few. Yep, Mothra larva.
Now I should. Oh yeah, and then but you got to attach the legs. And I should let our viewers know. It's like it seems like I think you want to be careful with this because actually, I edited out the part of the video where G Forever actually tries to get these legs in. If I didn't cut it down, I think that would have been half the video.
Oh.
Because it looks like it took you quite a while to get these legs in. Partly you got to, I think part of it was like trying to decide which one should go where.
So, and another thing is you have to be super careful. These mini legs are very sharp. And I think I may have punctured my own fingers trying to put them on because they and another thing is the sockets where you put the legs in are so tight. I think this is one where a hairdryer would definitely help. And I think I ended up using a hairdryer on Mothra larva, as a matter of fact, because it was just so hard.
It seems like maybe you should start with the top ones and work your way down.
Yeah.
Since those are the smallest. This might have been the hardest to do.
Yeah, I think I tried the bottom ones just for the angle, just putting it at a certain angle. But nevertheless, like once it's in, she looks great. She definitely resembles the Mothra larva from the movie. Not my favorite Mothra larva design, but definitely different from past Mothra larvas.
Yeah, it looks like the legs look good now that you got them in.
Yeah, they look great. You wouldn't know. Very shiny on the back.
Yeah, the back looks shiny. I'm a little surprised.
A little shiny in the back and the eyes, the eye area, but the front is like a matte color, so it's so she's not so shiny from the front.
Yeah, here's the regular Godzilla.
Yep, 2019.
Yeah, like I said,
and
about
this
3.5 inches tall.
Yeah, and this one has the blue fins.
Yeah, those I like the way the
and
fins
blue
look.
eyes.
Yeah.
I love it. Like this is a really nice looking mini.
Now the paint looks really good
Godzilla
to me on this.
Yes, yeah, I like it a lot, and definitely a very cool one.
But notice as you're putting the tail in, it looks like there is still a gap. Like on one side, it looks like there's still a gap of where you put the tail on.
Yep. So again, maybe the hair dryer might help, but I tried to put it together on video.
Yeah. So
But I think the blue paint on the eyes is really good. The light reflects it very
and
well.
are those solid spikes, or are they translucent or painted painted
They're
translucent?
so they're translucent with the paint on top, if I'm not mistaken. So the tips are more translucent than the base.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
they came out very nice. You
Oh
can
yeah.
see the translucentness on the main fin, like the middle center one, the most.
Yeah, yeah, this looks very good.
Yep. I the only complaint is maybe if you're looking like super close at it, maybe the teeth could have been done a little better. But otherwise, like because it's a minifigure, I think you can kind of let that slide.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, very cool.
Yep.
I think oh yeah, there's another view of the spikes here.
Yeah, I think I really like the spikes on these two 2019 Godzillas and the burning one. Like from a top view, you can see like where the clear spikes are added onto the tail, but on the side view, you wouldn't um, see that
No.
gap.
Now this is what sold me.
This is the one you were trying to get.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The King Ghidorah. Oh man, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. And if you notice the heads, this is actually based off of the art version. This is not the King Ghidorah from the movie. So if you look at
It's more from the
main,
concept art.
the concept art, yeah, the main. So the main is more, more reflects more of the concept art King Ghidorah. But it's still cool.
Oh yeah, and then he's pretty big. Like once you get the wings on, it says like
Oh
yeah, the
yeah,
wingspan from one tip of the wing to the other wing is supposed to be 8 inches, around 8 inches.
yeah, yep, yep. And he does take up some space. So although he's a smaller figure, the wings are quite large. So pretty impressive.
But it looks like in the video, it looks like he actually stands on his own. He doesn't fall over. So
Yes,
is that true?
that is true.
Oh
One of
wow.
the few 2019 King Ghidorahs that can stand on his own.
Yeah, I think maybe the only one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ben Presto still suffers. I have to fix him every so often. And the Monster Arts, I just don't want to even touch it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This looks so I'm starting to think that this might be the best. Yeah, this might be the best looking and best done Ghidorah 2019
So
figure.
far.
Because like I said, we don't like the SH Monster Arts one,
Nope.
and NECA did not do one, and
Yeah.
a lot of the other ones are they fall over, and they're
Yeah.
just like kind of like again they just don't look as good as we would have hoped.
Yeah. But we'll see if Spiral will change things up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it looks like this looks good, and it stands on its own.
And I like the paint. It's a golden King Ghidorah, not like the Monster Arts where it was like a dull brownish yellow.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, look at the gold shine. This is the King Ghidorah I wish we got from Monster Arts.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep, the wings are very impressive. Lots of detail. You can see all the scales, from the body. But yeah, you do notice there is a little gap where the wings meet the body. But otherwise, he's looking good.
Oh yeah. The and a lot of detail for something so small.
So small, yes. You can even see the individually carved teeth.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is what sold me. So like if I could have yeah, in fact if they did sell this just by itself, I might have just bought this one by itself. I might have bought a few of them. Might have bought a few of them just to decorate the house.
There you go.
Rather than getting the set of 6. But I like the set. I like having the set of 6 too, though, because it's fun to
Definitely.
have. It's fun to have all the monsters from the movie.
From the movie. Yep. So what do you think? Like if Art Spirits had the big one at a more reasonable price, would you have gone with the bigger one?
Yeah. So Art Spirits also is making a big one of this. But they're asking for over $400 for it, and it's a PVC.
my.
It's a PVC statue, like in the same, I think roughly in the same scale that Diamond Select Toys makes their PVC statues, and Diamond Select Toys sells theirs for around $60 to $90 in that range. So I think the big one, I think I would pay the most, like $100 for the big one. So like, I'm just not willing to pay like $400. I think that's way overpriced. But it looks, from what I've seen, the photos, it just looks wonderful. It
Okay.
looks like it's either the same pose or a very similar pose.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's certainly tempting.
Yep.
But yeah, it's such a I think that I just don't know where they come up with their prices.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so now we get to see them all together here.
Yeah. So this is Godzilla and Rodan.
So do you have
So,
favorites among the six here?
oh man, they're all really good. I would say like because King Ghidorah can stand on his own and he's gold. I would say King Ghidorah would be one of my favorite in this set. I love Rodan's pose. Mothra Larva is one we don't see too often. But I also like, I don't know, they're all so good on their own. Like the Mothra with the wings bent back, and this Godzilla 2019, but has a really nice paint job.
Are they in scale with each other? Because Godzilla looks a little big next to Ghidorah.
I think they're in scale because King Ghidorah is bigger than Godzilla.
Yeah, I thought he was even bigger than this. I thought that Godzilla was smaller compared to King Ghidorah. But it's okay. But yeah, I
It's
know
okay.
people.
Yeah.
It's okay with me, but I wonder if they really are like yeah,
scale
if these six figures are in scale with each other.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can probably argue Mothra Larva might be really small, and maybe is enlarged for these figures. But the poses are great because you can actually make them kind of face off on each other, especially how Godzilla is kind of looking to a side. So you can actually pose Godzilla and the other monsters all kind of in attacking poses.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, very fun.
yeah, and poor Mothra, the adult version where she's just on the ground.
Yeah, it's nice with this size. You could sort of like have them all like posed nicely on a shelf
Yep.
as a set.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my favorites are like King Ghidorah and Rodan and the regular Godzilla.
Hmm.
So those three. So I think I would possibly be happy with just those three.
Just those three. Yeah.
And then so the burning Godzilla and the two Mothras I'm not as excited about.
Okay.
At least that's just me.
Yeah, I just like the adult Mothra's like wings. Like it has both the color and the luminescent because that's something we still haven't really gotten. Because NECA did a great, they had two Mothras, both were great, but they were just, one is more of like the concept art, and then the other one seems like the poster version. I think the closest one to the movie would be the Death-A-Real X Plus Mothra. But then that one looks like it's just too much luminescent. So I kind of like how this Art Spirit has the color pattern and has that slight blue that we saw in the movie.
Yeah, I really like the face on Rodan too, like the head.
Yeah, Rodan has a great pose. I really like.
Yeah,
Rodan.
his pose, and also the sculpting on his head.
Yeah,
and I just like everything about King Ghidorah there.
Yeah, so I actually now thinking about it, I think I would agree. My top three, if I can only choose the top three, probably one would be King Ghidorah, two would be Rodan, and three would be Godzilla. The only reason why Godzilla dropped to three is we have so many 2019 Godzillas to choose from. But otherwise, like, he's a really good-looking 2019 Godzilla.
Oh yeah, very fun. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to show a still photo. So yeah, and it's fun but it is nice to have all of them together here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to switch to the still photo that you took. I think, also showing them here. Oh yeah, there they are. Yay.
Yeah, just kind of get a top view so you can see all of them in detail since they're so small.
And yeah, I don't know a lot about art spirits. But
Neither do I. Like, I don't really collect from them because, one, their pricing is a little high.
Well, this is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hoping you enjoy the Art Spirits Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019 set.